Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Living with Spice YouTube channel and I am Rebecca Gabrielle. So lovely to have you join me again. I really do love doing these weekly card readings. I do get a lot of feedback from you all to say that something has hit the spot for you that week, has resonated for you, and I'm really glad that it's of help to you. Of course, general readings aren't always going to hit the mark for everybody because we're talking about the wider population. So a personal reading is always very beneficial to get specific clarity on your circumstances. So you can always contact me to set up a time that's convenient to have that personal reading. I just wanted to start, before we get started into the reading today, if you are not already aware, I recently published a book called The Power of Soul Loving, and this is a wonderful guide for any one of us who are going through big transformations in life, or even just sometimes it's the day-to-day things that we tend to get stuck on and don't quite understand the deeper level or the meaning of something that we are experiencing and the better way to go through that. We all want to create ease and peace in our life and to be able to move towards a state of feeling, pretty good about ourselves, learning how to love and respect who we are in a way that's healthy and resourceful so that we're getting the best out of our life. We often get stuck when we go through challenges and what have you, but we don't always have that helping hand to get us through those more difficult times in a way that we come out of it with a little bit more wisdom and a little bit more soul growth to help us on our journey. This book is quite comprehensive in terms of helping us to simply understand our life. We do have a tendency to overcomplicate things. If you are interested in purchasing your own copy, please check out my website for further details. That's livingwithspice.com. You can also purchase this book on most major online bookstores, including booktopia.com.au, amazon.com.au, and anyway, go for it, you'll find it, and of course you can always contact me. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a general card reading this week for the 9th of September through to the 15th approximately. We won't get too hung up on the dates because we often overlap according to whatever our circumstances and how quickly or slowly we're moving through different things that are happening in our life. But let's just see what Spirit has to guide us in terms of what's coming up for us in the week ahead. I've got a lot of cards wanting to come out of this deck today. I always pre-shuffle my cards and pray over them so that we get the best loving message from Divine. Oh, they're really jumping out. Okay, I'm going to take these ones. Okay, we have to start with, wow, what a way to start the week. We've got 10 of Cups. So this is your wishes fulfilled. This is everything coming together for you. Very positive card. We have the Prince of Cups. I'll go through these in just a moment. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. That's come up a fair bit recently. And we have, this one's come up a fair bit too as well, the Emperor or the Lord. So just starting out with the beginning of the week, you are feeling really in your zone and that things are coming together for you. The Ten of Cups is having achieved your dreams, having achieved the completion of something that you've been working towards, a project, a job, perhaps some of you have moved into a new home. Certainly what you have been focused on recently, things are starting to come in for you, and gosh, you're feeling good about it. It's a really beautiful way to start the week. I can see there's some emphasis here on family. Relationships have improved, things are mending slowly. Relationship building, rapport. Feeling better, more settled within yourselves. improvements in this particular area, and a feeling of abundance, that things that you have been working and striving for are starting to come in for you now. A sense of emotional fulfillment. You're feeling this way this week, emotional fulfillment, sense of happiness, and feeling connected with others. You've got fulfillment in your life in terms of relationships around you, and that could be friends, it could be family, it could be work, it could be a number of things, but it's that real sense of belonging, feeling connected, feeling like your cup is full. So that's really beautiful. So that's what we have at the start of this week. We have then the Prince of Cups. So the Prince of Cups is someone who's stepping in to offer you something, to offer you their love, to offer you assistance or help or support in some way. And it's a very purposeful offer, gesture, a desire to help, assist, to give you something. This is a beautiful energy, and it's done from the heart in this particular card, and it's done with the hope that it'll be well received. There's a little bit of tentativeness here in that the offer is very genuine, but just a little bit, the person who's making the offer is just a little bit nervous about whether or not it's going to be received well. There's been a lot of thought put into this prior to the offer or the gesture, reflecting upon what has been, and this person is connected with their emotions at the moment. So it really is an offer that's coming from the heart. And certainly there's a little bit of, the tentativeness is coming from a place of concern, because things in the past didn't quite go so well insofar as the communication or the relationship from this person to another, and we're going to say that's yourself. So it's almost like a gesture of wanting to make up for something, but it's meant well, and it is very genuine, and this person is coming from the heart. We're not rushing in here, we're a little bit tentative, but yeah, as I said, from the heart. And then we have your energy around the Three of Pentacles here. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, a lot of things are coming to fruition for you. During this period of time, you are being noticed by people. You're being given accolades, affirmation. People are noticing what you're doing, appreciating your skills, your resources, the gifts that you have to offer, and you're quite humble about it. You're quite focused less on the people who are watching and observing from a distance, but you're focused on, you're a little bit more in your headspace for part of this week in terms of working out what you need to do, what resources you have, what resources you need to assist you going forward. And so you're quite focused, disciplined, thinking about next steps, and it's very nice that people are observing and watching and admiring what you're doing, and that's lovely, but you're a little bit more focused on, well, what do I need to do next? What do I need in order to build and fulfill my dreams and to keep moving in this positive direction? Positive card is just showing where your focus is, and that's fine, because you're being quite methodical about your week and what it is that you need to do. And I'm getting the sense that there is a lot to do, and that's why you're so focused. It's not that you're ignoring these people who are watching and admiring you for what you have achieved. It's just that you've got your head down and bum up. And this is where you just need to focus at the moment. But that's good. You're building, you're manifesting, you're very kind of head focused at the moment. And then we have the energy of the Emperor here. This may be your energy or someone else's energy. It is quite a masculine energy. I'm going to say that it's more your energy. I'm getting the sense it's going to be your energy. It seems to go with this card here as well. So when we step into our masculine energy, and it doesn't matter whether we're male or female, we are stepping into that very confident, focused, empowered energy. And we often we do that when we know we've got something to achieve, when we know that we have to take a stance on something, that we know that it's important for us to stand up for what we believe. And sometimes there are moments where we just have to do that, where we just need to stand our ground, not from a defensive point of view, but more from a honouring your own value, your resources, your intentions for going forward. You know that if you're building something, you need to be focused, and you need to believe in what it is that you're doing and stay confident in what you're doing. So your energy is quite masculine this week in terms of using that yang energy, that the energy that you need in order to get things done. So whilst you start the week feeling emotionally fulfilled and relationships going well, which is really beautiful, you do have this offer that's coming towards you, which is lovely. We then kind of move into more of a masculine energy where you just feel that for a period of time you need to stay focused on your to-do list. So they're not conflicting. Whilst they're different energies, they're not conflicting. It's just representing what's going on around you. So the first part of the week is you experiencing the energy of others around you and towards you, the energy that's coming towards you. And then it's your energy where you just happen to be focused at the moment. All right, so I'm going to pull some cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. You may notice my beautiful freesias here. I remember as a little girl, come springtime, there was a vacant block of land, and these freesias, the whitish cream ones, were just everywhere. But as a young girl, I loved the smell of them, and these ones smell divine, but much more colourful. And for me, it's just a beautiful symbol of spring. So in the Southern Hemisphere, we have spring upon us, and it's just wonderful. Really looking forward to that warmer weather. Not quite here, but on its way. I want 3 cards for a reading, please, for the week ahead. These ones not wanting to come quite so easily. And thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. And 3 cards for the week ahead. Oh, we've got 4 cards here. Okay, so we have here, we have choose wisely. So it would seem to me that something's coming up this week where you're going to be presented with an offer, and perhaps it's this offer, we don't know, an offer of something that will help you to feel fulfilled. But you're thrown into your headspace. The offer has put you in your headspace where you naturally want to examine the pros and the cons. Is this good for me, not good for me? What's the best way to go forward? And so it's about spending a bit of quiet time to assess for yourself what is the wisest choice, what is the wisest way to go forward, what's the best way to handle your current situation. The next card is mental conflict, so it would seem that perhaps it's just thrown you into a little bit of a spin into your head. I get the feeling that it's only momentary though. It's only a temporary thing, because if you happen to be someone who easily gets caught in your head, you can get a little bit caught up in the, oh, what if this and what if that? And there's a little bit of that energy this week for you. And I'm getting the sense it's going to be around this offer that comes through. Not necessarily. It could also be just you sort of perhaps going into a little bit of overwhelm with your big to-do list. You know, working out what you've got and what you haven't got in terms of your resources, and maybe that's throwing you into a little bit of a spin and having to choose what to do. So I'm getting the sense that it's more about that it's to do with your to-do list, and a sense of feeling a little bit of overwhelm, that there's a lot to do, a lot to achieve, a lot of things are coming at you at the moment where you've got to make a lot of choices. And things that are coming at you from a number of different angles. So that sort of got you a little bit in your head and feeling a little confused, a little brain fried. So Spirit, interestingly enough, is advising you to just take a little bit of time out to rest and recuperate so you can regather yourself. So, you know, that's great advice for any time. But of course, this week it has got you in your head. So now is the time. When that's happening and you sense that you're feeling a little brain fried, a little confused, look, go and step out, go for a walk, get away from the fray, and just give yourself some quiet, still time to get some clarity back. And that always sort of helps us to get out of our head and reconnect with our physical self and our surrounds, and nature is a great way to rebalance and to get clarity and good perspective. So that's really good advice. And so along with our emotional world, so we've got a real mental versus emotional thing happening this week. The beginning of the week, we've got the emotions and how we're feeling. And then we move into our headspace and having to nut things out, and then coming back to a place of balance. By the end of the week, or part of this process that you're going through, you are in the process of, I'm trying to get my words out today, in the process of developing very important partnerships and alliances. So this, look, because this is a general reading, it could have something to do with love relationships, but it could equally be about business relationships, things to do with your work or your career or projects that you're working on. But there is a sense of you're very aware of the importance of networking, developing rapport with people, understanding mutual relationships. You know, when someone says, well, I can offer you this, then you may say, well, you know, thank you very much, and let me see if I can offer you this in return. So a beautiful synergy between people, two-way communication, two-way partnership where there's equal give and take. This is what your understanding is important and what you're moving towards. So, you know, at the beginning of the week when we have this card around the Ten of Cups, that's also about nurturing of relationships and things working out well when we've done the work and we've been. This is usually a result of having done the work. But this card is helping us to see that we've achieved or achieving great connections with people, that sense of emotional fulfillment, that all is well. And certainly this is part of that, of developing beautiful partnerships, relationships and alliances. There's trust, there's mutual benefit, and this is important. So if you're focused on your business, then making sure that you have good, clear communication, transparency, equal exchange, that's going to give you a good outcome in any business relationship, and always that is the case for any personal relationships as well. A good, even give and take, you know, and if you happen to be a person that, you know, is cognizant that, you know, people tend to hold the space with conversation, then, you know, we know that we need to create a balance where there's good listening as well as good conversation, an equal exchange back and forth. Right, you'll have to excuse me, I seem to be stumbling over my words today to get it out. I'm going to pull a few cards from the Lost for Words, Wisdom of Oracle. Wisdom of Oracle deck. Let's see what comes from this to help us complete the picture for the week. And thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. We have 3 cards. What can you tell us for the week? The 9th through to the 15th. I think we'll take that one. What else do we need to know for the week for a general reading for everyone? Oh, we've got another one that wants to come out. Here we go. Beautiful. Well, certainly we are having a great deal of abundance at the moment. We have milk and honey. That's a perfect complement to the 10 of Cups card that we received. So there is a sense that everything's coming together. We've got this beautiful rainbow. We have everything that we need, and we're bathing in the fruits of our labour. We're bathing in the fruits of our labour, and gosh, it feels good. It feels really satisfying, and you know, well done you, because this has come as a result of you chipping away at whatever it is that you've been working on, whether it be relationships, projects. You'll know what that focus has been. That has probably felt like a long time coming, but here we are. You're now experiencing the rewards of all of that work, as we have seen in the 10 of Cups here. So this is a really beautiful thing. I'm really happy for you. That's fantastic. The other card that came up is peace. So there is a little bit of a focus on communication and relationships this week. I think you're going to be called to offer this olive branch of peace. And perhaps this is our Prince of Cups as well, who's coming towards you. Or it may be that you're offering this to someone else. So we have the dove here, which is spirit, and a sense of peace comes from a sense of knowing what is right, what sits well, and extending that offer. This is very much about a realization of the importance of maintaining peace, connecting in with the truth of the matter. So this may be you receiving this olive branch of peace, which is giving that beautiful sense of fulfillment and happiness, or it might be that you're the person who's offering that to someone else. But in either case, it is a gesture, it is an offer, it's a recognition that, you know, what's important to you is love and peace and harmony. And in this card, we've got little hearts floating around. The egg represents new beginnings, you know, and a desire for new beginnings, and an upliftment. There's a really beautiful, clear, light upliftment of energy here, you know. And when we offer a sign of peace and love and well wishes, we lighten our energy for everybody, not just ourselves, the other person, everybody that's around us. And this is a beautiful way. This is a recognition that you've been working towards, feeling, receiving. Yes, so depending on whether this is coming from you or whether you're receiving it, this is an offer to make things right, an offer to bring peace and love into a situation, to lift the energy. And, you know, with our Prince of Cups here, a little sorrowful about what has been, but wanting to make up for the future going forward, to make amends. In fact, I'm quite surprised we haven't got that card that's popped out from this deck here. But definitely a desire for peace, a desire for harmony, a desire to feel good within. So that's really lovely. My goodness. And all of that brings us to, again, these beautiful feelings of all is well, and that there's abundance in your life. We have the Fates card here. So this card is telling me that there is something to do with your destiny that's coming to fruition. So the things that you've been dreaming about, wishing and hoping for, is very much connected to your destiny. And what I mean by that is what was most likely designed for your life, your soul path to occur, and things are now unfolding to bring that to the forward. So what you have been desiring for is now coming together. And this, of course, may be the result of having offered that olive branch or that peace or that love, or of course receiving that, where there's a bit of a sense of victory that everything's falling into place now exactly as it should, exactly as it was designed to for you. So that's beautiful. Everything being aligned and coming together now. And often this is about timing as well, divine timing, when things finally come together. And that, you know, everything coming together brings us this beautiful opportunity to bathe in the rewards of all of that hard work and that persistence and determination to keep going. And now you have the rewards of that, and that's really beautiful. So I'm going to pull, I'd like to finish off, I was going to pull some other cards, but I think the message is quite clear as to the energy of the week. So I'm going to pull some cards from the Romance Angels deck to see how things are unfolding for us in terms of relationships, communication, love and abundance in our life, the people that we're connecting with, and of course the relationship we are having with ourselves. How we're feeling within ourselves is just as important, or even more important, than the relationships we have with others is the relationship we have with ourselves. Well, we had two cards that popped out very quickly. I'm just waiting for a couple more to come out. And thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. What messages around love and relationships do you have for us for this week? Oh, there is another two. Beautiful. So, in terms of your relationship with someone special in your life, something that has been an influence around the growth and the progress of this relationship has been about religious factors. So this may be perhaps stemming from your personal beliefs, your conditioning, your values around relationships, your expectations. So it's the way your relationship with this special person has been moving forward. It has been affected in some way by your beliefs and your values, let's say. So there has been a major influence on the progress of that relationship, but I can tell you there's an enormous amount of passion. There's an enormous amount of passion that's coming in. And this is beautiful. This is you letting go and receiving, allowing such a beautiful time to come to fruition. So again, we've got that everything's coming together, milk and honey here. And perhaps this is a result of an offer that's coming towards you from the Prince of Cups. So this is beautiful. And I get a sense that maybe it is even connected to your destiny. So if it's a soul relationship, then this is finally coming together and lining up for you. That's really beautiful. The other two cards are a sense of playfulness around this person, this special person in your life. There's a real sense of wanting to recapture romance, and so perhaps this relationship is one that is either being reinvigorated from something that had not been working terribly well prior to the Prince offering this cup. And so now the message going forward is to inject some playfulness here. Now is not the time for seriousness. Now is the time to let go, to release, to enjoy the moment, to enjoy what is. And this is bringing you a really beautiful sense of love and fulfillment, which we started off. The energy of the week is all about abundance and fulfillment. So it would seem to me there's quite a lot of focus on relationships this week. So how beautiful is that? So to recapture that sense of youthfulness and romance, it's all about being playful, being childlike, stepping out of your head, stepping away from the seriousness of things. Get rid of that to-do list in your head. Step away from things that you think have to be or should be, that has sort of had an influence on your relationship in the past. I think now is the time to let all of that go. Let go of what has been giving you restrictions and move into this sense of abandonment of limitations, and really come at this relationship with ease and being in the moment and really enjoying the moment and the love from this special person and the love that you want to show and express. It's really beautiful. And then we have this desire to want to just spend time with each other. We've got the honeymoon card. There's a real sense of, can we get away from the fray and just enjoy the moment and just have a sense of play and a sense of passion, and just really getting away from it all. So we've got in the beginning of the week, we've got a little bit of seriousness happening here, being very much in the headspace, very focused on everything, and sort of getting our knickers in a knot a little bit. Just getting over too much in the head and overthinking things. It really doesn't help. We end up with having a fried brain and getting a little bit confused. But hey, it happens, and sometimes we just need to take a little bit of time out. Take some time out away from yourself. Get out of your own way and go and chill out for a little bit, and it will bring you harmony, synchronicity, whether it be your communications with business partnerships, or whether it be this special person in your life in terms of romance. This will come together. It will help you. There's some sort of destiny here for you. It's all positive. It's what you've been working towards. Everything's coming into alignment, so you can have this beautiful sense of abundance and enjoying the rewards of your efforts. So it would seem that planning a little getaway, some time out to hang out with each other, to enjoy even the fruits of your labour for yourself, to just notice, appreciate, acknowledge what you have achieved and what is great in your life and what is beautiful. I'm going to leave it at that for today. I think that's a beautiful week. I always say that, don't I? But I do like to see these card readings as an opportunity for us to gain clarity, to better understand our situation, to understand ourselves. And so I think that's why I'm always saying things are beautiful, because I see that Spirit is guiding us to greater understanding, greater wisdom, and to shine that light on our path when we get a little bit confused along the way. And so that's the purpose of card readings, and not to put anybody into a place of negativity or focused on obstacles, but rather to see where those opportunities are and to move forward peacefully, with clarity, with understanding of ourself and the energy around us. So if this has been helpful to you, and I sure hope it has, I really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe to my channel. Please share it with others. That's the whole purpose of me doing it. These readings are for free. But of course, if you'd like something that's more specific to you, please contact me. Very happy to do a personal reading for you. All right, lots of love, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week. I think you are going to, based on this card reading. So I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.